Right here is the inflatable boat of inflatable boats. This thing, I have not been more excited for a boat in probably ever. This is a 16-foot, 3-person skiff with a hull stronger than the hide of a crocodile. It has an 1,800-pound weight capacity and can take up to a 9.9, which will propel this giant 16-foot inflatable skiff over 21 miles an hour. Today, we are going to unbox it, and I also have a 5-horsepower Honda outboard. You can purchase this in multiple different bundles. I figured I'd get the 5, and I am beyond excited to unbox today's boat. So we have a lot going on here, and truth be told, I don't know exactly what is in all of this stuff. I unboxed a boat right here before, and the video did really well. It was the Light Skiff Air. That is an absolute amazing boat, a kayak killer. However, this is an entire league of its own because it is way, way larger. And I want to give a huge shout out to Sea Eagle, my newest partner. If you like anything that you see here in today's video, you can click them in the link in the description. They decided to send me this boat because, as you guys know, I am a boat review channel. We love reviewing boats and the latest and greatest parts. So I would absolutely be blessed if you guys hit that like and subscribe button, and let's dig into it. No idea what that is. No idea what this is. No clue what this is. Actually, this is the pump. I have a clue what that is. This guy, not a clue. Right here, we have the outboard, and I guess we'll just start with that. Oh. You guys have been saying for a long time, Greyson, just get a gas outboard. Quit messing around with electric outboards and trolling motors. Well, today, we have a gas outboard. My first one ever, and I am beyond excited for it. Gosh, this tape is something else. And stay tuned to the end of the video because we are actually going to put this thing on the water. Now, you're going to want to subscribe for the full first impressions test because today we are just breaking in the motor. All right, let's see what she looks like. Wow, I think that maybe they just sent me a mattress. Nope, I see a motor in there. That's no mattress. I see a motor. All right, we have that looks like probably a bill of sale or something. Oh my gosh. Oh, we got more paperwork. All right, I need to keep this safe. Whoa. Oh my goodness. This is an outboard motor. Wow, she is beautiful. A lot bigger than a trolling motor. Wow. I do not have a motor stand, so I guess I'm just gonna lay it on its side. It is so heavy. Good God. This is the Honda BF5 5-horsepower motor, which should push us anywhere from 12 to 14 miles an hour whenever I'm just by myself in a light load, and about 10 to 12 miles an hour once we've got it loaded down with people. It is a 4-stroke outboard. No idea how it works. We're gonna figure it out together. You can get this boat with this motor, a 9.9 motor, a 3-horsepower electric motor, a 1.5 horsepower electric motor, or a trolling motor. Thank you, Lord. This thing is so sick. Wow. And it is actually designed to be stored on its side. So we don't have any fuel or oil in it anyway. So we're just gonna go set it off to the side and set it on its side. Come on, Big Al, come on. Next on the list is this absolute humdinger of an inflatable skiff. 16 feet, 16 feet. Unbelievable. Oh, hey. Hi, box. I feel like a daggum kid on Christmas. I have not been able to sleep at night. I'm not even joking. My wife is so sick of me talking about this boat. I have never been more excited for a boat in my entire life. I was really excited for the Pond Prowler. I was nervous about the Sun Dolphin American 12. I thought that would be a bust on the channel, but that kind of helped blow the channel up. And everything since then has just been, you know, good, fun boats. But this is the Big Daddy. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it folds up into this. This is a 16-foot boat. This is the biggest boat I now own in this tiny box. So I think it's supposed to weigh something like 80 something pounds. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, oh, she heavy. It's big out. I'm gonna have to like make sure I have room to unfold this thing. I guess it makes the most sense to do it right here. Oh, I'm so excited. My buddy Alex has had this boat and he's made a lot of videos with it. And I have just, ever since I saw his content, man, I have just been praying to get this boat. And sure enough, it's sitting under my balls. Thank you, Lord. Here she is, dude. Wow. Wow. I'm sitting over there looking at another one of my boats, just thinking, bet she's jealous. Bet she's real jealous. I love unveiling boats. It is what this channel is made of. Oh. Wait, do I have it upside down? I think it is upside down. It smells like one of those set up pools. So here's the bottom. It is made of, I think, 3 or 4 independent layers. So basically the point is if you get a gash, which you won't, crocodile hide, then pretty much you've got multiple other chambers to keep you afloat. This is actually with the new model, is they have an inflatable keel for added stability and performance and buoyancy on the bow. And it actually has that kind of rub rail on the bottom of it so you can beach it and rub up against stuff. It's got it on the side too. All right, let's flip her over. Here it is. Although I think I'm missing some boxes. I'm not sure. The shipment said 8 boxes and I'm saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think I might actually be missing the seats and I think I am missing the transom. So we might have to come back, but let's set up what we can. Let's go ahead and figure out what we're missing here. How about that? Okay, we got 2 seats here. I should have 3. What's in here? Cart wheels, all right. Comes with a cart that you can easily dolly it from your truck bed or your house to the boat ramp, so that's nice. And in here should be the rest of the dolly that connects the 2 wheels together. It's actually already open. I think the FedEx guy had a peek. There it is. Okay, so the bad news is I'm missing 2 boxes. I'm missing 1 seat, the attachments for all of the seats, as well as the transom, which, to be fair, Sea Eagle said, hey, some of your package may arrive early on Saturday. And it's Saturday, and I was so excited, I just assumed it was everything. The rest is coming Monday, so we will be back. But don't worry, it's all gonna be in this video. Let's at least air this thing up. What a nice case for this stinking pump, dude. The mega pump. The mega pump. Oh, it's actually, it's rechargeable, not battery powered. That's even better, but the bad news is it's dead. So I am gonna have to charge it. So I'm gonna do that, clean up a little bit, and we're gonna figure some stuff out. Okay, I lied. As soon as I plugged it into a wall, it fired up and it's at 96%. So this pump comes ready to go, which is pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and air this thing up, even if we can't finish it today. Doesn't matter to you guys because, well, you're gonna see it all in one video anyway. I, for one, am sad. I wanna break in this motor. I wanted it to be ready to go and rip by Monday, dude. It says maximum recommended pressure is 15. It is hot outside and it is going to sit outside. So we're gonna probably go 13 PSI in case it needs to expand. We'll see, just to play it safe. So it has an inflate and a deflate. If you watch the light skiff air video and you watch us pump it up, folks, go ahead and invest. I'm missing a lot of stuff. I'm missing the bow mount bracket for the trolling motor. I'm missing all of my Scotty mounts. I'm definitely missing a ton of stuff. I should have waited till Monday. No regrets. It is a beautiful Saturday. Huh? Dude, I can't figure it out. What? Brother, what? This thing has 2 USB outlets too, so it can charge multiple things. Why is this outsmarting me already? I'm so confused. Is it maybe this rubber seal? Surely I don't need to replace the seal. We'll go something shallower here. Oh, that locked in. All right, well, I mean, you need to replace the seal on the pump. Yeah, I just needed to hold the power button. Okay, we're gonna set it PSI. We'll do 13.5. Oh, she's done. So this is definitely underinflated. Let's see how she feels. Oh, dude, that is freaking bone solid. Goodness gracious, this thing is solid. And that's a PSI and a half 2 light. Incredible. It's nice that you can have this pump and just set it up as you do other stuff. get your motors and get your gear ready. Obviously, you can just use the kit it comes with, which is the manual pump, but based off my light skiff air episode, don't do that. Now we got to do the flow. It also, everything's 15 PSI on the floor. Golly, that's gonna be rock solid. Let's see. Oh, dude, this thing is rock solid. That is so wild. This thing is so hard, especially when you're in the water, when you're not on a hard ground. You'll definitely not be able to notice that this is inflatable. This is crazy. The EVA foam is like noticeably cooler than the green. This is so awesome. So there's actually a whole different chamber. So there are 4 chambers. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Right down here is the inflatable keel, which I'm actually not sure. It doesn't have any PSI specifications on it. I'll have to look at the manual for that. We are not going to install the inflatable keel right now, only because we were going to leave it sitting here. You put this plug in. That's actually new. Before there was just a big hole there, but now you've got a plug, and goodness gracious, man. Biggest boat I own, baby, and the widest, and the longest, and the fastest. Oh, it's so hard. Oh, I thought that'd be like an air mattress. That was hard. I'll show you the wheels and the seats. Oh yeah, pull up a chair, eh? Oh, the seats are shockingly comfortable. I think this is gonna be something I upgrade just to make it look a little bit better. Wheels. All right, my GoPro just died. That was my audio. And I think we have pretty much hit a roadblock today. We are missing the 3rd seat, everything to install the seat, the kayak paddle 4 Scotty mounts, the transom, the bow mount trolling motor plate, and I think one other thing that I can't remember. They did say that it's gonna be in 2 separate shipments, and I just totally jumped the gun. I'll see you Monday. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Monday, and we in fact have the rest of the boat. It is a just gorgeous day that the Lord has blessed us with. It was supposed to be windy and overcast, but it is just windy. So let's go ahead and crack this baby open. We're gonna go through the breaking in and setting up and figuring out the outboard. And finally, we're gonna end this video with a test run. I believe in here is gonna be the transom, which is all I need right now. Sounds like a lot of metal in there. Yeah, go, dude. Yeah, a lot of metal. Boat registration papers. We are gonna want that. Don't you wish the government would at least take you on a date first before they bend you over? Come on, box. Looks like they sent me a manual pump, and I am glad. I am glad I did not have to use this. Wow. We've got a lot. 4 Scotty rod holders with all of the hardware and bases. Beautiful. We have our emergency stand-up paddle with what looks like maybe a ruler on it. This is going to be a must, considering I've never used an outboard this small before, and it's brand new, so I'm probably not going to be able to start it very well. That right there is the bow mount bracket, which I did buy a transom mount, so we can't put the trolling motor on it today, but we can tomorrow. This has a place to lock on the boat, which I think is super cool. We'll show that in a minute. Another base, more hardware. What is this? The heck? Okay, well, we know what this is. Bow mount trolling motor bracket, an absolute must. Gotta have spot lock. This is our transom, and it looks like everything else. Oh, there's another mystery box. I think this is just a bunch of hardware to fix the seats, which we're gonna need. It is, oh, it's the pedestals for the seat. It's 2 more. Wait, why 2? Why do I have 4? Oh no! I lost all the nuts. I lost every single nut in the grass and bolt. All right, we will look for it in a little bit. I feel like if I get up, I'm never gonna find it, but I guess that's fine. We have another box here. I think it's maybe, I think it might be another seat because I should have 3 seats, but they sent me 4 pedestals, so maybe they sent me 4 seats. Okay, so I have 4 seats. They sent me the 3-seater configuration, and they also sent me the solo seater configuration, which uses a completely independent base there on the transom. So that's why I have 4 seats, because I have the solo and the triple seat capacity. So that's awesome. Otherwise, if I went by myself, I would have to either use 3 seats or have 2 seats there on the bench, which is not the end of the world. I might run it like that anyway. Heck yeah. All right, I think I'm going to off camera kind of put some of the nitpicky stuff together, like the pedestals to the seats, because that's super simple stuff. And then once we get into the bigger ticket items, like installing the seats to the boat, the transom, I'll pick back up. But I got my work cut out for me. All right, I've got all of the seats together. So as you can see, this is the 3 configuration and this is the solo. So later we are going to put in all 3 seats, but for now I'm just going to run it solo. Really, the only thing left to do, I think, is just install the seat. Oh, I dropped that on my toe. And then install the transom here. And I mean, we can install all the rod holders, but really, we're ready to start getting the outboard ready and set sail and start breaking this bad gal in. Not totally sure how it's supposed to work here. I think I feed it through both of these things. Yeah, like that. Latch it down. Oh yeah, that's fast. Not bad at all. See how stable it is. Sure is comfortable. Oh dang, that's rock solid. And I think you can actually, oh yeah, you push that forward, you can adjust it, grab it like this. Ah, no way. All right, let's get the transom on, baby. No. The cool thing about the transom is that you don't need any tools to break it on, break it down. You don't need any tools to put it together or break it down, which is neat because this entire thing can be built and disassembled without a single tool, unless you want to remove the rod holders, I think. But you can still hit a button and pop the rod holders out. You'll just leave the bases in. Should slip in here. I did hear that it is actually, as you're inflating it, so like as you're rolling it out of your car and you're setting it up, it is actually advised to put the transom in as it's inflating because it's more malleable and it's going to be a little bit easier to actually fit it in. Now that this thing is fully inflated, it might be a little bit more difficult to, nope, it's not. You just got to kind of, that'll do it. Oh, that's backwards. Then it should just hand tighten on. Yeah, look at that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I was on the phone with my wife and I'm at my buddy's house and he came home and he ended up adding all of the oil in the lower unit oil. Basically, all you needed to do was add engine oil and then pump in some stuff in the lower unit. But other than that, we're ready to put the boat in the water and see how this puppy goes at idle speed for 15 minutes. Oh, okay, it's long. This thing is so long. It's not heavy, it's just so long that it creates a lot of drag in the yard. Come on, big gal. We're also gonna run into this keel at some point. She wants to float. There it goes. There it goes. Oh, she's floating away. She's floating away. Woo, good thing we got this guy. Dang, this thing is stable. Goodness. Probably gonna have to. There you go. Ooh, she's top heavy. Huh? Top heavy. Got it? Yep. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, we are underway. I thought that I was recording the whole process of starting it up, priming it with, probably took 7 pumps to get that fuel in the carburetor, and then she fired right up, purring like a kitten. For the first 15 minutes, we can only go at trolling speeds, and then for the next 45 minutes, 10 to 30%. So the first hour, we're gonna max out at 30%. Then the next hour is 50 to 80, which is exciting. But right now, I'm just gonna roll around here, and first impressions of this boat is it is a lot higher off the water than I thought. First of all, We have a ton of room. I wasn't going to run that, but my buddy and my wife do want to take this out for a spin. So we are going to leave this seat in here. But up here, I've got the kill switch in, don't want that to pull. Up here, this boat is massive, dude. You've still got quite a ways before you get into the trolling motor plate. We got the fish ruler. Let's go ahead and get our paddle board where it needs to be. Paddle board is secure. Man, this motor is sick. This boat floats really well. That keel helps lift that bow up, which is going to increase performance, reduce bow steering, and just simply add more buoyancy when you add the weight of a trolling motor in another person. Just at the absolute lowest speed, we're going about 3 miles an hour, which is as fast as any of my other tiny boats go. With the trolling motors, and my electric outboard only goes about 4.5 miles an hour, and we've already beat that, and we haven't even touched the throttle. It is on dead zero. Oh my goodness, this boat is sick. I mean, this thing is just flat out stable. Air does not like to go underwater, and this has 4 inflatable chambers sitting us way up off the ground. I mean, we are shockingly high off the water. Stay tuned because we will be getting this bag out up to 80%. All right, the initial idle period is over, and for the next 45 minutes, we can go 10 to 30% throttle, which will be the fastest we have ever gone in the tiny boat fleet on this channel. Woo-hoo-hoo! That's about 30%. Woohoo! Let's go! Yeah! All right, we are an hour in. We are on to the 3rd out of 4 phase of the break-in period. Now I can go 50 to 80 with short bursts of full throttle. Check this out. I just clocked full throttle at 15 miles an hour, baby. Woohoo! Ha-ha! Praise the Lord! Ladies and gentlemen, this is my new favorite tiny boat in the fleet. I have 8 tiny boats, and this thing is unbelievable, and not even my most expensive one. We've got the dolphins hanging out, checking the boat out. I absolutely cannot believe this. We are going to finish this video with a rough water test. We are going to go straight into some pretty decent winds. Make sure you hit like and subscribe because we are going to have the full first impressions video coming out soon. Of course, final reviews. And as always, we're gonna make a ton of content with this boat and modding it out and doing everything. Stay tuned for the next video when we add spot lock to the bow. I am so excited. Oh my gosh! Oh yeah, baby! My gosh, that thing actually handles the rough waves really, really well. Thank you guys for hanging out on another tiny boat adventure. As always, tight lines and God bless.